Yuppster here. We're back for part 2. And first off, I'd like to say that while this music is very light and upbeat, I think the repetitiveness is starting to drive me crazy.
You can't play any other music. You have to keep it like
I
this.
know, it's just, oh God, it's getting on my nerves. Alright, so this is apparently on the way home. So the whole way home, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Grow. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh joy. Time to write a poem. Oh God. Wait, do you have to write it? So I pick. Oof. Alright. I'm gonna go with hopeless.
Hopeless bliss.
Yeah.
Hopeless.
Intellectual, let's see here, fantasy. Yes. No, not marriage. Ooh, incongruent. There's a good word. Treasure! I always like treasure. Okay.
After.
Wait. Lucky. Wait, lucky? Yes, I'm gonna go with lucky.
Dude, there's determination.
Kitty! I'm gonna go with kitty. Oh, massacre! Yes! Yes.
Contamination. Contamination.
Wait. Smile. Oh, entropy. Yeah.
Misfortunate.
No, I think I'm gonna go with contamination. That's the best one. And marshmallow. Haha, Jinx.
Agonizing.
Climax.
Depression.
Nope.
Depression.
Oh. No, dude, I had to do that one. Oh boy. Empty. I'm thinking vivid. Vivid.
Chocolate.
Yeah, Judy would love this. Chocolate. And electricity. That goes well together.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Oh, good one. Yeah, I like it.
Fluffy.
This is taking an eternity. Yes.
Tragedy. Eternity. You have to have tragedy
that's
after
true.
that.
Just well, if we did that, let's do philosophy. Ooh, this is gonna leave scars. That's perfect.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay, what's next?
Secretive.
Unrestrained. Oh, this should be interesting. Oh my God.
Hi. Quotation mark. Hi again, comma. Yuppster.
Please don't do the punctuation.
We have to do it.
No.
It sounds like serious. Quotation mark.
No.
All right. Class, you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry.
No.
This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Yuppster. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I'm making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Ah, come on! Like he deserves any slack.
Wow.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. That's what she said.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Or manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Yuppster always gives his best as long as he's having fun.
Stop. Go ahead.
He helps me with the busy work without me even asking.
That's the best voice for Sayori.
Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Oh God. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come you and Yuppster have become good friends too?
Sorry?
As usual. Oh.
As usual, Sarah seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Yuri even brought you something else today, you know?
Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
The voice crack.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? What?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want. I don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Is it about to get twisted now?
Like I said, it's coming in a very long time.
Oh boy, go ahead.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read.
You okay?
Yeah. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
Not.
I
Just throws it in the fireplace.
I know, right? This is going right in the corner of my desk at home. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, if you can read it at your own pace, I'll look forward to hearing out what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Jerry and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression and how she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh boy. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, this seems to be on the first few pages.
Crap.
I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry.
Oh, whoops.
I was just spacing out. I'm out of this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focusing, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how can you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, it just happened to buy two of them.
I see.
How do you accidentally buy two books?
Whoopsie. There's something very obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go.
Like, you didn't keep in the front of your cart.
Right.
You're just going through the aisles like, hey, this looks like a good book, just throws it in.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad you're here. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
That's what she said. Go ahead.
It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What about what's it about anyway?
Well,
Oh, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled A Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Ooh, Illuminati. Alright, go ahead.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about being this girl in high school who moves with their long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from the human experiment prison.
Oof.
And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships with, and her life starts to fall apart. It's
kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So the dark then came from nowhere.
Why do you feel like that's foreshadowing?
It kind of is, huh? Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
I feel like they've been foreshadowing this whole time.
I think so. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Yuppster?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Like, I always mix up all my words, and I'm so sorry if that happens.
That's alright, man. You're doing great.
I'm rambling, aren't I? Yes, you are.
Very much so.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. Haven't lost interest or anything.
Yes, you have.
Oh, wait, sorry. Wake me up again. Go ahead.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
Stop! No, I'm just kidding. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true. In fact. Oh.
Hey, let me have my lines.
I'm sorry.
I might as well get started rating it, right?
You don't have to.
Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book, but I put it in my bag. Alright, it's fine. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem to be a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
And I just cut my wrist in the corner.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry for your email. I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry.
Ah, there it is again.
I mean,
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Oh.
I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddling even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready
to
turn the page?
Sorry. I totally misread that one. Yeah, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
Hooked on phonics worked for me. Go ahead.
It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
What?
Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. That's you.
You think so?
God, the voice is getting
I'm
deeper as time goes on.
Well, yeah, because I'm going through puberty.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a teenage
I know, but
boy.
It's getting deeper as we go through the story. Go ahead.
How does she?
You're gonna make me spit up my drink here. Go ahead. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways.
Where's the blunt?
Exactly. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like you can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Yuppster, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Oh, wait, I didn't mean in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What you were saying all of a sudden. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
I'm actually curious to see what my poem turned out to be. I mean, it's got kittens.
We might not have enough time. Wait too long.
Oh boy.
Yuri exhale. Oh.
Yuri. Oh, sorry, that's mine. My
I
bad.
mixed up Monica's with Yuri's just now.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
So hard to go back through voices,
I know,
but
right? Yeah, you're doing really
A
well.
lot of people do it.
Go ahead.
I mean, look at Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, true. All right, good.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good. Oh, good.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then let it slip back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. Oh! Guess I pucker up. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sierra and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sierra is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. And Suki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh boy. Who should I show it to first? Well, I think Sari is the one who brought me here, so I'm going to share it with her. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sari first. She's my good friend, after all. When she gets done laughing.
This is a good poem, Yuppster. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time?
That was an awesome poem.
I guess you're right. But that's fine. It impressed me.
Well,
You skipped it.
Sorry, well, to be honest.
I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Yuppster. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sari. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this meant to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay?
Okay.
That would be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine.
No, I have to read it.
Oh, really? But no, I'm the one reading it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Wait, continue outside poem area. Oh, okay. CRE? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer with just a little bit. To a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean.
Oh God, I'm being mean again. Oh no!
I still tried my best.
Yeah.
This is the only time where I can do my voices without my dad yelling at me.
No. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
I wonder if she gets hangry. You won't like her when she's hangry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
The next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, who's next?
Choose your favorite voice. You have to choose your favorite voice for this one.
Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go with Miss Robot Girl.
Monica?
Yeah. Because if anybody's gonna be nice, I think it's gonna be her.
Hi, Yuppster. Having a good time so far.
Wait, can I mimic her, please? Well, yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new in everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Well, that's kind of big brotherish.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Not really, but sure. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Don't worry, Yuppster. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all have to learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
M-H-M.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, Yuppster. I was going O-O-H in my head while you're reading it.
Ooh.
It's really metaphorical.
Oh boy.
I
want to read my own poem. This is not. I don't even know what it says.
I'm not sure why. I didn't expect you to go far. Go to you.
For.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
What? Wait, she said that too.
I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for
Well,
me.
it's me. Hold on. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
Ha ha. That's not really fair. Well, I guess it worked. Anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
My God, she's going on a rant here, isn't she?
It's very challenging to write like that efficiently. I mean, we just wrote a bunch of nonsense.
True, I know.
Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel ... or letting them deeply analyze all their
nuances.
It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri at this point.
I'm thinking that she's actually put more words into the description of the poetry than I actually put into the poem.
I never really asked though. I'm sure
it's me. I'm sure I'm nowhere near that level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things.
This sounds wrong.
That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. I wasn't really doing a really good voice of that earlier.
Yeah,
but
you're doing right.
I'm doing my best, guys.
Good.
Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles. Harry Styles. Ooh. Hey, British people.
Go ahead, dude.
I said your favorite singer.
Go ahead.
But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Somebody tells me it's going to be rather long-winded.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, ... That's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall.
No, scroll down.
Okay. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. And we'll scroll. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Ooh. Well, that sounds weird. Okay.
So, ... What do you think?
Who's he? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Aha, ... It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. ... I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. See, I'm actually learning new words from this.
Hey, it's an educational experience.
Yay!
Okay, go ahead, dude.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, ... Something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. ...
Some of these could be taken totally the wrong way. Okay.
You know anybody who would take this in the wrong way?
Yeah, very deeply. Moosh would.
Judy?
Oh God, Judy would be having a heyday with this. Go ahead. She'd call them all dick fucks.
Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, ... Here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Ooh, writing tip of the day.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem line or a story line, your brain gets to fixated on a specific point ... If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
True.
Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink.
Puddle.
This is so long.
No, just shoot me.
And well, at least I'm actually gaining my reading time in this.
You're doing pretty
But
good.
my dog was like, this is a game, this isn't true reading.
It's a lot of reading. Go ahead.
So, just move your hand and go with the flow. You know this is the entire game, right?
Yeah. ...
That's my advice for today.
I'm getting the distinct feeling that I'm not going to be able to shoot anything in this game, am I?
No shooting, just reading.
Darn it. No shooting.
Thanks for listening. Alright, now who's your least favorite character?
Natsuki.
Alright, now pick Natsuki.
Oh boy. This should be fun. Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Well, that sounds nice. That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me.
She says with attitude and shaking her head.
It's not like I said it was bad.
Sister.
I
can't do it anymore. I used to do it really well.
I know.
It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
Yeah. No, I'll pass.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
That sounded wrong too.
Not that you like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can see. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try.
Hold it. Stereotype.
That's about it.
Stereotype.
What?
Horses can race. That's a stereotype.
Well, eagles can fly. Crickets can leap. I mean,
No, but I think some horses can't race.
true. And
That's
you know what they call those?
What?
Glue. Okay.
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so convinced that I would like it?
Boy, Yuppster got kicked in the something or other. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Wink, wink.
Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really
Disheartening.
Really?
I just had to do that.
Oh.
So I decided to write about it.
I'm surprised my voice hasn't cracked
Yeah,
in
I
this
understand.
episode.
Yeah, I know, dude. It sure
It
has.
cracked in the last episode. You cracked really bad. I was like,
I know, you were talking about it like this. Good.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay.
God, she's grandstanding too. Are they all gonna do this? Okay.
Like I said a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Oh God.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. If Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
She looks like she has like one tooth right there.
Yeah, that's her twofers. She lost all the rest from being a little smartass. I guess we get to share with Yuri now.
Yay!
Gee, who am I going to share my poem with next? What's my only choice? Derp. Huh. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional.
Exceptional.
What was that?
I just told you! Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
That's me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. Why am I getting nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh.
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well,
What?
It's yours.
Well, I know that. Oh.
That last line was yours.
Oh, was it? Oops.
We gotta read. Now we gotta make sure we read every line.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through with that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is I recognize new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Yuri, once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if it has entered a meter, totally changes.
I wonder how the viewers are feeling since we're not talking to them.
I know. Hello, guys. Still here. Still waiting for this to get twisted, because I know it's going to.
I think, the third day, I think it's going to twisted.
God, we're on day 2. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess we're going to have to come back for another part eventually. All right.
Wait, why don't we just do a part per day?
Yeah, we could. Oops, darn it.
So we like day 2 and then since the last part was day 1, we can just do day 2.
Okay.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
I'm going to stick with haiku. Go ahead.
It might just take you some time, but it will all come with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
Is that trying new things again?
I also hope that everybody in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you
mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love sharing my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate between beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last to get replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay.
Interesting.
Indeed. All right.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
God, I can't wait to see mine. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short.
Rapper.
Right.
I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri? I don't know what that is.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Yuppster.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their worlds. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon is left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Just to be honest, I hate reading against Yuri and Monica because they have so much.
Alright, go ahead.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I probably could learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed this. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Yuppster.
Me too. Well, please do the take 3. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a lot more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everybody is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Mitsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Mitsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Mitsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk
What
with one hand.
Quacky talk.
Good.
Oh.
I guess you can call it. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up.
Wait, what?
Right?
What?
I know.
How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess.
Oh, wait. Oh, I mixed up Yuri for nothing.
I was trying to say something nice.
You maybe have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say.
Yeah.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I don't have a couple. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Yuppster did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me! I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Nani?
Nani?
And Yuppster liked my poem
Yuri.
too.
Oh.
Yeah, go deeper. Wait,
And Yuppster liked my poem too, you know. He told me to go deeper.
Yep.
He even told me he was impressed by...
God, that's too deep.
Impressed by it.
Wait, what?
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were invested trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what You're just
Yours stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Yuppster appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Oh god, they're fighting. Cat fight!
Yeah! Female dogs, let's go. Chick fight.
Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you not full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. You.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one. I was the one who's sparkling through science figure as soon as Yuppster started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little.
Oh, they both say.
You gotta do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do the deep one. This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting guys.
Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Yuppster. She's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. She can get over herself and learn how to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump at the reader, not force them out to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Yuppster.
Wait. There's a reason you have so many deep voices and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Yuppster?
Oh boy. How did I get thrown in the middle of this?
Well,
That was terrible.
Yeah, I know, that was terrible. How did I get dragged into this in the first place?
Yeah.
See, this is what I just said. Oh god, now I'm in the middle. Alright,
Oh yeah.
come on.
Disclaimer: second day's the longest day,
Oh, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. It's not like that I know anything about writing.
and third day's the shortest.
Okay. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be...
Help me.
Yes, help me, Sayori.
Sayori!
Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words that I had in my mouth. So, instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori?
yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this?
Yuppster. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop.
Yay!
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy.
Seems that way too.
Rainbow flag.
happiness.
Good.
My friends are wonderful people.
She believes in unicorns
And
fairies.
I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many different feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So, why are we fighting? Because...
Well...
Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri...
And back to Yuri first. Okay.
And Yuri's boobs
Dibs. Go ahead.
are the same as they always were. I don't want someone to go like, I didn't say it.
Let's just say breasts. To make that.
Breast is. Okay, go ahead.
It sounds professional.
Yes. Memories. For memories. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You gotta say it.
Big and beautiful.
There it is.
As you guys are so
Siri?
awkward reading out loud.
Siri stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
If a guy had to like read this out loud,
What?
it's the most uncomfortable thing when you have to read this crap out loud.
I know. Oh god. What's the day three?
I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off.
Stop it. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
So this is why Sayori.
Oh, this is me, dude. Stop it.
I thought that was Monica.
I get so very few lines. I want to actually read them. Okay, so this is why Sari is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
2. Be honest. ... I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things ... But I'm not very good with people ...
Okay, stop with the ...
It has to. It's Monica. She's Siri.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I couldn't
Stop it.
even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing me. Ha 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 ha.
Nah.
Nah.
Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take a good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get a chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave.
Yay!
How did you feel about sharing poems?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
Yuppster, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. Sauce. In that case, we'll just do the same thing tomorrow.
Oh god, not again. Really?
And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I still want to read my poem, for God's sakes. Alright, yeah, I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I'll at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Yuppster. Ready to walk home?
I guess. Sure, let's go. Sari beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sari and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sari? About what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Yuppster. It's nice to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
Oh, how cute.
Best friends, right?
Yep.
And I think everyone likes you too.
That's...
Every day can be so much fun.
Looks like Sari still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Ooh. Well, I'll just have to see what the future holds, Sari. I pat Sari on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sari as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Haha. All right. We'll save the poem for day 3.